what's the impact on COVID has had on the court system, and in particular to my industry, the civil justice industry, is much like the impact it's had on many other industries, a very, very big one, with one caveat. It's ultimately going to have a positive impact on the civil justice system, which may sound strange, but that's actually going to be accurate. Let me explain. First, obviously, the first impact is that courts have really shut down live trials. The courts had reopened with safety precautions in September, and they actually completed 47 out of city trials, and they completed 12 in New York City trials from September till now. We're in the middle of November, so that was pretty good. They got back up and running and completed some trials, but just recently this week, with the uptick of COVID, they shut all that down for obvious reasons. You can't bring jurors in. You can't have all these people sitting in these courtrooms. So it's very tough to conduct a trial. And obviously, that's an essential function for the civil justice system as well as the criminal justice system. So that's been temporarily suspended. And obviously, that slows everything up from a civil justice system, because the trial is your ultimate threat. That's the most important thing. It's the thing we're the best at here, really, which is saying ready for trial, ready for trial. It's all about being ready for trial. So now nobody can be ready for trial, at least at this moment, because the courts aren't ready for trial. So that's problematic. But of course, that will get back up and going as soon as COVID gets much more under control, which fortunately seems like it's going to happen sometime in the near future. The good news is that the whole COVID epidemic has done something to the court system that I think we as trial lawyers have been trying to do for a long time. It has absolutely renovated the court system, brought the court system up to speed technology-wise. So just like COVID has had an impact on all of these other industries, and everybody all of a sudden is working remotely and doing things that maybe people thought they couldn't do before, the court system was probably 3 steps even behind all of those people. And now all of a sudden, like all in one shot, everything's going to be accelerated, bringing the court system up to a very high-tech standard, which is great for everyone. So Chief Judge Janet DiFiore, who's really fantastic, appointed a commission in June to sort of look at the court system and see what we can do. And that commission immediately came back with recommendations to streamline things. Ultimately, really what the effect is to have everything go virtual. So now every single paper can be filed by e-file. That wasn't the case before COVID. And all of this court systems will be centralized and easier accessible by not just lawyers, but litigants. So you'll be able to go into the court system, read your case, read what's going on, see what's going on, access documents. And then all of these myriad of court appearances that we as civil lawyers always slog our way through and cause tremendous delays and wastes of our time and the court's time, quite frankly. All of that is going to be streamlined, because even though the courts sort of shut down for a while and have shut down now, they continued to act for conferences. So we were able to get on phones and have Zoom conferences with judges, and it was way, way, way more efficient. That's going to continue. So the ultimate effect of all of this is going to be to renovate the court system and accelerate everything. And so when this is all said and done, things are, I believe, and I think it's a reasonable belief, things are going to move a lot faster and a lot more efficiently in the civil justice system than they ever did before. And that's in large part because of COVID. So COVID has served, as it has for a lot of people, as sort of an accelerant, an igniter on moving technology and moving things ahead to where they'll be much more efficient in the future. So there is a silver lining to the whole thing for this system.